Hello YouTube, this is Pikerize, and I am here to give an update on my SummerSlam predictions and my overall thoughts of the pay-per-view on Sunday night. I had predicted... Let me see here, looking at my notes. Let's go down it real quick, actually. Alright, so they opened up with the pre-show match of Cesaro versus RVD. Yeah, I really expected them to put Cesaro over. There had been talks that I think it was Triple H has been really looking to push him, but apparently Vince isn't totally on it. So I predicted Cesaro to go over RVD because why have a young guy who has probably a good 10 years left with them get beat by a guy who's probably only got another 5 months before his contract is up? I don't get it. But RVD won. And what I got here, RVD I think is starting to really show his age. He's cut out a few of his signature moves because he's getting slow and he can't do them anymore, or at least they don't look good when he does them. Although I did see that Cesaro did the rolling thunder, which is you run to the ropes and then you roll on the ground as you're coming back, and he turned it into a stomp rather than a splash like RVD. So first match, wrong, not looking good here. Alright, then they had Hogan come out and basically plug the WWE Network, which I was watching it on the network, so for me it's like, why do I need to hear the plug for something that I'm already using? But, you know, and that was my main thing. Throughout the entire show, they would cut from matches to do a promo for the network, for the WWE Network. And, I mean, I can understand if it's, you know, Monday Night Raw, it's on USA or SmackDown, whatever channel that's on now. I could understand, you know, cutting in the middle of a match for a commercial, because that happens. That's a part of the setup. But this is your online content. I mean, this is yours. You can place the commercials at a more convenient time. Why do we need to break up a match to get a 30-second network update? Why not, you know, run along the bottom, or put it after the match, put it before the match? It's annoying. It's like, we don't need a commercial in the middle of a match when you're the ones controlling the product on your server at your time. It seems stupid. So Hogan comes out. He got a good pop, you know, did his thing, but he was only out there to tell people, pay $9.99 for 6 months to get a network. Get the network. All right, then they had The Miz versus Dolph. I believe I had picked Dolph to win this. No, I had picked The Miz. I had picked The Miz purely on the fact that they're trying to sell him as a movie star who just did the Marine 4. I didn't realize there had been a Marine 3. So I really thought they were going to have him win. I was wrong. Dolph Ziggler wins and becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. So hopefully they start using Dolph Ziggler. I really like him as a wrestler. I think he could be like a next Shawn Michaels. I don't think he could be Shawn Michaels because I don't think anybody could be to that level. Or should be pushed as being the next Shawn Michaels. But he has great ability in the ring. He's easily able to get people to like him, even easier to get people to hate him. So, in my opinion, he should be someone they should be focusing on, and if putting the belt on him is going to make them focus on him, which I highly doubt they will, because they ignore the whole reason behind the titles anyway. I mean, the only title they care about is the WWE World Heavyweight Championship title, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, the Intercontinental title used to be, in my opinion, if you held that, you were the next contender for the championship belt. That was my opinion. Now it's basically we're going to put this belt on somebody, and occasionally they might defend it. Occasionally we might give them a storyline, but more than likely they're going to hold it for 5 to 6 months, and then we'll have them lose it to some other guy who's going to completely be ignored. I will say, during that, there was a really nice Irish whip reverse into the corner. It looked very painful, and so I liked that. It was The Miz reversing Ziggler into the corner. And then The Miz did a reversal of one of Dolph Ziggler's signature moves, the Famouser, into a skull-crushing finale. And I had not seen... I can't recall any time I had seen that particular setup of a reversal, and I really liked it. So Dolph Ziggler wins that. I am 0 for 2. The next was the Divas champion AJ Lee versus Paige. This match left a lot to want. It just... Both of them are really good. I don't think they're necessarily good together. I don't know if that's it, or is WWE not giving them the amount of time they need, or not giving them the push, or what they need to be a good pair of opponents. There are talks that AJ Lee's wanting to leave the company now that she's married to CM Punk, and that the company's kind of getting poo-poo on her because she married CM Punk and what he did. There was a moment where AJ Lee did a dive to the outside onto Paige, and you don't see that very often nowadays from the Divas. You don't see them doing those more dangerous stunts, essentially. And so that was really cool. But, to my surprise, Paige won with a cradle DDT. And, she's now a 2-time Divas champion. I don't know where the storyline's going. I really don't care where it's going because they're not doing it very well. And I think it's WWE's fault, not Paige and AJ Lee's. So right there, I'm 0 for 3. Next was Jack Swagger versus Rusev in a flag match. And I wasn't quite sure what a flag match was. Basically what it is whoever wins gets their flag to fly behind the ring and the nation's anthem to be played. I had chosen Rusev to go over clean. And it didn't look like that starting out because Rusev attacked Jack Swagger when he came into the ring, and then Jack Swagger, reciprocated by putting Rusev into the Patriot Lock, which is just an ankle lock. And so I was like, oh boy, I bet this match it's either not going to happen or it's going to be a dirty win. I was wrong. I was very happy that my original prediction that Rusev should win clean was right. And it was a pretty good match. It was a good back and forth, and in the end, Rusev ended up getting Jack Swagger in the Accolade, which is a camel clutch, and he won. He basically held Jack Swagger there until he passed out. So Jack Swagger didn't actually submit, but he was unconscious, and so he loses. So right there, I am now 1 and 3. And I predicted he would win clean, and he did win clean. Alright, next match was Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. This was the Lumberjack match. It kind of went the way I expected it to. I had predicted Seth Rollins to get the win in a dirty manner. I thought more than likely they would have somebody ringside all of a sudden start helping Seth Rollins. In truth, Kane came out and started helping, or at least getting things under control. But in the end, Seth Rollins hit Dean Ambrose in the head with the Money in the Bank briefcase and got the pin. So, dirty win, I'm right. That's 2 right in a row. Next was Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. I had predicted that Bray Wyatt should win this match because, like Cesaro and RVD, Bray Wyatt is a young guy. He's still got, probably 10, maybe even 15 years left in the business. Easily 10 years in the WWE if they play their cards right. And Jericho is part-time. He can come in and, build a good storyline with a few guys, and then fall away and come back, fall away, come back. And that's how it should really work for Chris Jericho. But I said Bray Wyatt would win, that they needed to put Wyatt over finally on Chris Jericho to start to show how powerful he is, and they did exactly that. What did I have on? Did I have anything on the notes here? No, I didn't. The match went pretty much how I expected. Both are very skilled in the ring, and they work. Jericho has been said to work well with anybody. That if you can't have a good match with Chris Jericho, you shouldn't be in the business. And I kind of agree with that, and this was a good match. So, next was Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon. My initial thought when Stephanie McMahon came out on the stage and coming down to the ring was, damn. For not being in the ring for 10 years. I know she's been doing a lot of workouts with her husband, Triple H, and just, trying to get happier with her body after having 3 kids. The outfit they had her in, it was good. It was nice. And it was a pretty good match. I know Jim Ross on his podcast has said he wanted to see just a cat fight. He wanted to see 2 women angry at each other going at it. And really, I think, for the most part, Stephanie showed better wrestling skills than Brie Bella. Now, it probably was they planned each spot. And so they practiced, and she looked really good doing it for not being in the ring for 10 years. And in the end, it was... Oh, by the way, there's going to be spoilers. I've been telling you the results. They're spoilers. In the end, Brie Bella's twin sister, Nikki, who is not so much a twin anymore after getting her twins enhanced, turned on Brie and helped Stephanie win the match. So there we go. Stephanie wins, like I predicted. Is that 3 for 3? I'm 3-3 now? Alright, next was Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. I had picked Reigns to win this match, although I wouldn't have been surprised had they had Orton do it. It was kind of... I don't want to say this was a throwaway match, but it kind of was. It wasn't going to hurt Orton if he won. It wasn't going to hurt Orton if he lost, but it wasn't really going to help him if he won. It was going to hurt Reigns if he lost, and it was going to help him if he won. So... And the match was kind of a back and forth. It was a great match. Both of them are extremely skilled in the ring. I mean, Orton and Reigns both come from a family of wrestlers. They've grown up watching wrestling, probably being in the ring with their dads from time to time, just messing around. They're very comfortable in there. I wish Roman Reigns was better on a mic, but, it takes time. I will say, Orton has the best spinning power slam in the business that I have ever seen. It is on the same level as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's arm drag. Just the best. It's crisp, smooth, very quick. I could watch him do it, 16 times over and over. And he did that. Roman Reigns was coming in for a spear, and he caught him really quick in the spinning power slam, and it was a fast one. I really did not see it coming. It was well done. Also, he caught, at one point, Roman Reigns in an RKO when Reigns was coming in for his Superman punch. Or a shoulder... whatever. I think it was a Superman punch he was going in for. And that one was also really good. But in the end, Roman Reigns won. And so, I was right. Again. And thankfully, it was a clean win. Alright. Then we had the last... Was that the last match coming up? Yep. Last match was the main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship title, John Cena versus the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. I had said Lesnar is going to win. And that was a gamble, because John Cena rarely loses the big matches. And I am very happy to say I was right. Lesnar won. It was a beatdown match, which Lesnar just came in there, and I think there was 15 or 16 German suplexes to John Cena, and a couple F5s, and that was it. I mean, Cena had a bit of a rally, but they are building Brock Lesnar since WrestleMania as a monster, as a beast, that you don't want to be in the ring with him. He is going to tear you apart. And they've been doing that before, but I think it finally set in to people that this is what they're going for when he ended the streak for the Undertaker's WrestleMania career. And I suspect that they're going to have Lesnar hold the title until WrestleMania, and he's going to lose it to who they want to be their next big guy. And there's some people who are upset with that because Lesnar's on a part-time, so he's probably only has 3 more pay-per-view matches on his current contract. That is rumored. But I'm completely okay with that. Let's have storylines where we have guys fighting to be the number 1 contender. Guys saying, "I'm the best, I'm the best." And then they finally have matches, and they have one guy. This is the number 1 contender. Brock comes in, decimates him. Keep doing that. And then when you get to WrestleMania, have that one guy who can do it. And I think if they do that for the next 8 months, 7-8 months, that could be a pretty good storyline leading into WrestleMania. Personally, I'd like to see Daniel Bryan again at WrestleMania, but because of his injuries, they're unsure, and I don't know if WWE wants to take that risk on him again. It'll be interesting. But that was SummerSlam. Overall, I thought it was really a good one, and then watching John Cena just get crushed and take it, I have a feeling John Cena was completely okay with that. Because he said in the past he'll do what is required for the business, and he did. It ended up being a great squash match, and that's all I could say. So, in the end, I was 6 for 9. So, that's not bad. It's not great, but it wasn't bad. But there we go. So thank you for watching, everybody. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below. Let me know if you want me to keep doing these. I know my channel is mostly gaming, and I do have a couple other channels, but I don't have any subscribers on them because I'm not putting videos on them. But if you would rather have a channel that is just these real-life videos, me talking about either wrestling or various other things that I might talk about in the near future, let me know. Or if you really don't care what channel you're watching it on, if you don't mind going through the gaming videos, let me know. And if you didn't realize I have game videos, go look at my the video library up there on the top thingy. I'm going to block my face off. Check them out. But you have a great day. Bye.